welcome to Race for the Wool. Let me go through the rules. There are 2 teams, East and West, and their goal of each team is to collect 3 different blocks of wool before the other team. If they succeed, then they win the game. Each team has their own identical lane full of equipment, secrets, mobs, puzzles, and 3 types of wool. The yellow wool is in the Mesa area after a mine shaft. The orange wool is in the Nether area past a terrifying gauntlet. And finally, the red wool is in the final volcano area at the end. The wools can be collected in any order, however the volcano area only opens up after a wool is found by either team in the earlier areas. Teams cannot leave their lane or build outside it, but they are encouraged to shoot arrows at the opposing team, as well as using TNT cannons. Good luck to both teams. Welcome to Race for the Wool. Let me go through the rules. There are 2 teams, East and West, and their goal of each team is to collect 3 different blocks of wool before the other team. If they succeed, then they win the game. Each team has their own identical lane full of equipment, secrets, mobs, puzzles, and 3 types of wool. The yellow wool is in the Mesa area after a mine shaft. The orange wool is in the Nether area past a terrifying gauntlet. And finally, the red wool is in the final volcano area at the end. The wools can be collected in any order, however the volcano area only opens up after a wool is found by either team in the earlier areas. Teams cannot leave their lane or build outside it, but they are encouraged to shoot arrows at the opposing team, as well as using TNT cannons. Good luck to both teams. gym to race for the wool, let me go through the rules. There are 2 teams, East and West, and their goal of each team is to collect 3 different blocks of wool before the other team. If they succeed, then they win the game. Each team has their own identical lane full of equipment, secrets, mobs, puzzles, and 3 types of wool. The yellow wool is in the mesa area after a mine shaft. The orange wool is in the nether area past a terrifying gauntlet. And finally, the red wool is in the final volcano area at the end. The wools can be collected in any order, however the volcano area only opens up after a wool is found by either team in the earlier areas. Teams cannot leave their lane or build outside it, but they are encouraged to shoot arrows at the opposing team, as well as using TNT cannons. Good luck to both teams.
Try
Welcome to Race for the Wool. Let me go through the rules. There are 2 teams, East and West, and their goal of each team is to collect 3 different blocks of wool before the other team. If they succeed, then they win the game. Each team has their own identical lane full of equipment, secrets, mobs, puzzles, and 3 types of wool. The yellow wool is in the mesa area after a mine shaft. The orange wool is in the nether area past a terrifying gauntlet. And finally, the red wool is in the final volcano area at the end. The wools can be collected in any order, however the volcano area only opens up after a wool is found by either team in the earlier areas. Teams cannot leave their lane or build outside it, but they are encouraged to shoot arrows at the opposing team, as well as using TNT cannons. Good luck to both teams. Welcome to Race for the Wool. Let me go through the rules. There are 2 teams, East and West, and their goal of each team is to collect 3 different blocks of wool before the other team. If they succeed, then they win the game. Each team has their own identical lane full of equipment, secrets, mobs, puzzles, and 3 types of wool. The yellow wool is in the mesa area after a mine shaft. The orange wool is in the nether area past a terrifying gauntlet. And finally, the red wool is in the final volcano area at the end. The wools can be collected in any order, however the volcano area only opens up after a wool is found by either team in the earlier areas. Teams cannot leave their lane or build outside it, but they are encouraged to shoot arrows at the opposing team, as well as using TNT cannons. Good luck to both teams. Hello everyone, and welcome to Race for the World. I'm Dan, your first-time commentator. So we've got two teams. We've got the East team and the West team. In the East team, we have Glilgar 12Z, Isle of Cogs, Old Survivor, and Ocean Daytrail, who are on this side. And in the West team, we've got Algorithm, Sheepy2, Gibber, and Sunshine J, which are all on this side. And the teams are just in the lobby at the moment. They're all set up, and it'll be soon time to go. Hopefully I won't run out of commentary. Right. Let's set them off then. So this server is a server that I own, and yeah, it's running a race for the wall map, hot and heavy. And as you can see, it's got the first area loaded, and as you can also see, Gilgar is Tyler. Ocean Daytrail is apparently cursed, which is fun. And I have never commented before. So the aim of the game for this map is for the teams to collect 3 walls, and the more walls they collect, the closer they are to winning. And the team who collects 3 walls first wins. If you have a team who has, if after 60 minutes, which is the timer at the top, no team has more walls, then you go into overtime. Otherwise, the team with the more walls wins. So off we go! Or not. Thanks, Team East. Right, here we go. So, as you can see, these are the monuments right here. And Team East, I could actually remember the size. Yeah, Team East is just getting out of the crate, and Will's already fallen out of the world. That's quick. I'm surprised at how close the teams are, even though they've only just started. So basically, the first wall, as you can see on stream, is right here. And what the teams have to do is they have to go through this whole mineshaft with mob spawners going all the way through it, and TNT carts and all of that fun. And both sides have also got secret rooms with the cool stuff in, and secret chests and secret spot spawners and all that fun. Both lanes are exactly the same, and it looks like they both have a very different tactic. On the west side, they're going straight into the mineshaft. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, because I'm guessing it's going to be quite difficult to actually get through for the first part. On the other side, you can tell that they're going for more of a start play. They're trying to get some tools ready before they actually engage all the walls, which might be a good plan. I personally would probably go this side. I'm also wondering to see who shoots arrows first, because there's various bows and arrows throughout the whole of the map. And a really good way of slowing the other team down is to have someone being a sniper and just trying to knock the other team off the edge and make them lose progress. Even though we have a keep inventory on, Old Survivor blew up. I'm guessing they're fighting creepers then. Yep, that's looks like it. They lost a tree as well. That's not fun. But yeah, it looks like the blue team is doing quite well. And but yeah, keep inventory is on, which means that if they die, they keep all their stuff. But the walls have Curse of Vanishing, so if you die with the wall, you have to go back and collect it. So it's highly advised that they only take 1 wall per team every time they take a track anyway. That's quite a clever idea. The green team are built like a barricade against the west team. That is going to be really useful for them later, especially at this early part where it's similarly close to actually having the monument nearby. And they've got a nice wall here too. They're really thinking on their feet. And if we just teleport to the west team, you can see that they've got exactly the same idea. I bet you they've seen the East team and just gone, that's a really great idea. How else are we going to survive all the arrows that they're going to fire at us? And it looks like Old Survivor is being the most forward. Oh no, there's someone in the mine. Who's in the mine? And someone in the nether area as well. So they're going straight for the second wall, which is a very good idea. Because it means that you can actually kind of get everyone out of the way and get everything sorted. And on the walls, you can see on my overlay, those are the walls which are being collected, which so far is none. And that will increase as the game goes past. It looks like Tyler's doing a really good job of pushing forward in his mineshaft. On the other side, we have got... They're all on the outside. They're not going for the walls. Sam has just been killed somewhere. And it looks like Isaac is going ahead for like the lava area. Oop. That's Deneth gone further back. All teams seem to be having a bit of interesting time at the moment. So, yep, back at the start. And as you can see, they're really having trouble actually getting started. Although it looks like that Tyler is actually trying to push forward. He's trying to actually get to that first wall, which the other team isn't seeming to wanting to do. They're mostly trying to shore up their defenses at the moment. Let's have a look a bit further on. Looks like they haven't really left the mesa area yet. Oh, I tell a lie. It looks like Isaac is trying to make a go for whatever's in this chest, which is probably better. Have both sides done it? Yes, both sides have done that. That chest has been looted from both sides now. That makes it very interesting. Oh, the whole of the East team is in one place. They're all going against this set of husks in the mineshaft. That looks like a difficult route to go through. Whereas the West team seem a lot more scattered than the East team. They seem to be mostly focusing on all of the stuff up the top, and oh, it looks like Isaac is on fire. That's not a good place to be. And it looks like there was some PvP from the East team. That doesn't sound like the best idea, but I mean, it's a plan, right? It's definitely something to do. Oh, I quite like this from Sam. That's a really clever idea going behind them. I wonder if they're going to do anything similar on the other team. Deneth is mostly going above still. Let's just go straight for... let's go for Alec. Alec is at the moment still behind in base and not really seeming to do that much to try and get the wall. The East team is definitely pushing for that wall. In fact, yeah, they're actually not massively far away. They've only got a couple more turns to make to actually get there. Although I'm gonna guess that the wall gets more dangerous as we go along, especially considering all of these traps and fun bits. I wonder what Team West's plan is actually. They're just standing there at the moment. They don't seem to be wanting... Oh, they're looking at finding the wall. That's going to be very interesting. They now know where it is, so they now know where they have to go. And because obviously the maps are the same, it means that they know exactly where the other team is, and they know how to actually get to places. So looking further in the map, not much will be loaded at the moment because I'm in spectator mode. But we've got the nether region next, and the nether region looks very difficult. It's full of lava and fire and all of that fun. And the wool is, if I remember correctly, right in the corner, right after all of that gauntlet of fire and horribleness. Near the end of the map, we've got the volcano area, which is only half rendered at the moment, but that is only opened after a wall has been gotten from the first two areas by either team. So at the moment, it's very much endgame. But 10 minutes in, and it's not looking like there's been much progress made by the West team. Oh, I say that, they're actually going forward now. And we have some arrows shot. That makes life a lot more interesting. I've just got to get my arrow command. That was a nice shot. I managed to die as a spectator, that's fun. That's... wow. That was better planned out in my head. Right, so... if you can see, the whole of the East team is very much... they're really close to actually getting the wool. I can see them getting this yellow wool very soon. Whereas the blue team have a bit more to catch up. Unless they're planning on pushing a bit further forward and splitting up, which they are actually doing, which is actually a very good plan, because it means that they know what's coming ahead and they know where to try and hold back the other team. And I mean, they're fighting piglins at the moment, which isn't the most fun thing to do with barely any armor and little amounts of materials, but it's certainly has to be done. If we go back to the other team, the East team, and back to Tyler, you can see that they are... have they got the wall now? I think they might have gotten the wall. Yes, they have. Yeah, they've gotten the wall. Likely. Oh no, they haven't. It's not been open. No, it's still full. They haven't got to the wall yet. I'm guessing they're having quite the issue with the opposite team and this kind of area. It looks like Isaac is probably respawned again. He's back at base. They've got an anvil already, which is quite a nice plan if they can get some XP and maybe some enchanting books. I know there's definitely enchanting books scattered about the map, so it is definitely possible. And also there are incentives if the teams kill the other team with arrows or other equipment. It makes basically makes everything. It gives them experience, so they can actually do more with the weaponry. Oh, we've got another arrow shooter. It looks like Jasper was trying to shoot a couple of arrows there, but he doesn't seem to have that much equipment. He's obviously just got some iron, but he's got quite the angle on... I'll work out who that is. He's got quite the angle on Deneth. They're very much in a shootout at the moment. Oh, and Sam. Deneth is obviously the sniper for the West team. That's a clever plan. I like that. That's really useful. It's useful to try and slow their progress. Are they still going through the Nether? Yes, they are. They seem to be getting decently far, but they're kind of getting stuck just on this bit here. I'm guessing that the piglins are really messing up for them. It looks like Team East is still isn't making that last hump. They can't get to that wool. It's so close. Whereas Team West is still a bit further back. They're still very much hiding in this like shack made out of glass. They've got a decent amount of equipment in Team East, but it doesn't look like it will take them very far. And I think they're going for the last section on the first part, which makes sense. I mean, no team has a wool on the scoreboard yet, so it would be very useful for them to actually get there. It looks like most of the West team is in the first portion again. Let's see if we have any of them in any further portions. The West team... Sheepy is in the mine with Giver. Let's have a look at Sunshine. Sunshine is still getting resources. They've got a bunch of arrows and lots of materials, which is really good thing. And they're making food, which is great. Ooh, they made it to the wall room. This is going to be interesting. Now, they should have a relatively free way back because they should have cleared it from mobs, but it depends if the West team wants to engage them with arrows. And they've even got a Tyler back here just sniping with his arrows. He's just slightly low, but he's definitely trying to stall them and make the other team fail and not have so much fun. And he's doing some quite close shots as well. And the wall is being taken by what looks to be Sam. And he's not massively far away from getting it back. Unless they still have it over here. Yep, Sam has got the wall. I just read that. And his path looks pretty clear now because they've got the wall. Unless he gets sniped by someone over here. Possibly Isaac. Isaac has a good shot on him, but he might not have a bow. And he's being peppered by what looks to be Tyler. And yeah, that's the yellow wall. That means I can actually use my graphic. Woo! So the East team now has the yellow wall, and that means that the final volcano area is now accessible to both teams. And the East team at the moment is dramatically ahead. They seem to be much more coordinated than the West team. They're having much less difficulties with all the walls. On the other side, you've still got a teammate like making things and storing stuff in their chest. I might just take another look to see how they are doing. Again, not much has changed. They got some spare bows though, which kind of indicates that they probably all have one. Which is strange considering that they're not really trying to snipe the other team. And at the moment, East has got a massive advantage because they've got these sniper towers, and West is still trying to push to actually get anywhere in this first mesa area. They haven't really gotten that far at all. In the nether area though, they are kind of pushing. I think they're mostly going for resources at this point. Although it looks like Alec is going for a push. Let's hope he actually makes it past the piglins. Not that I'm biased. Yeah, that went well. That went really well for him. He's on his lonesome at the moment. I mean, I don't see him surviving past the piglins and the blaze. No, yeah, it wasn't going to happen. And it doesn't look like Team East has even made it to the nether zone yet. So they probably have a bit of an uphill battle to actually get to the room. Whereas Team West is trying to expand quicker. But I think they should have put more pressure on the first mesa area. Because they haven't really moved from where they started. I mean, I think that's the first shot they've made as well. And even then, Isaac got taken out. It sounds like Team West is having some really big issues at the moment. They are, yeah, they definitely stalling for time. But at least with the East team going more forward, well, apart from Tyler. Tyler is such a good sniper. I mean, he's spent so much time pestering the other team, and they can't really get anywhere because of him. Even they basically holed up within this whole place, which isn't even the main path. It's only there for an extra bit of equipment that you can get, and they just can't get any further. On the other side, we've got Alec, who is being absolutely shot at by what looks to be Sam, and also they've got fire arrows on this side with Jasper, and that's not going to help Alec at all. He's going to have massive issues with everything that he does from now on. But at least he's made steps up this walkway. I'm just not sure if he's actually going to be able to get much further. Not without the rest of his team, anyway. And Team East has even got the Area 2 porter, which is going to save them masses of time when they get taken out. It looks to me like the West team is having massive troubles. I think Tyler is just pinning them down, and as well as the mobs that are just constant and really difficult to avoid. And we're nearing the 40-minute mark, and there's still only one wool that's been gotten, and it's by these team. It's the yellow wool, as you can see on my graphic. As I think Will is really trying and pushing for that yellow wool now. I think he's just going to make a run for it, which is a great idea considering how far behind they are. I just hope he has enough block to make it up that ladder. Or at least he'll survive this corner. No, he's bailed, yeah. It was quite tough without teammates. On the other side, we've got the East team making a fort around the second teleporter. That is a clever idea. That means whenever they fast respawn, they can actually protect their wool and make sure that the other team can't really touch them. At the moment, I would really put my money on the East team. They seem to be absolutely whitewashing the West team. Although it does look like... I'm not even sure that the West team is even going for this anymore. Oh, wait, they are. Yes, they are. They've got Will going in straight in. He's just dodging all the spawners. He's going straight ahead. And just running straight up and just hoping. He's got Alec with him, and he's really trying and pushing. And the problem is, as we saw at the bottom, there's masses of mobs down there, and I don't see both of them alone being able to really take him. I mean, there's more chance than just one of them at least, but yeah, I see this being a bit of an uphill battle. Especially with how many mobs are there. They're gonna have massive troubles if the other team get too far ahead as well. I do not envy them at the moment. Their team chat must be interesting. Let's go to the East team then. So the East team, that was not a good example. Jasper is still in the nether area, but he can't make any headway on that piglin spawner at the top, along with the rest of his team. It seems like they're pretty trapped at the moment. Either that or they're biding their time and trying to slow down the other team, although that doesn't seem like the best play that they could do. There is progress being made on this side at least, though. I mean, I bet their voice comms are much more tight than the other team. I don't even know where the spawner is here. Might be underneath this block. Yeah, it is. Right, let's go to the other team then. So they are actually pushing on the wall now. I mean, they've got their whole 3/4 of their team in the tunnel, and they're not too far away. To stay in the running, they really need a quick turnaround on this one, and then that means that they have to rush the next one as well. But it might mean that they still survive the game. But it's been 22 minutes, and so far there's not been much movement from this team. It looks like they are very likely to get this wall though, because I don't see these team having any reason to delay them because they're so far ahead at this point. Yep, that's a wall right there for Alec, and he isn't... He's going to get that back. It's highly likely. Although there are a couple of spawners in his way, or a spider at least, which could possibly have problems. But it's a good idea that Will's also taken one too. Let's see how they are acting at the front as well. Ooh, that's not really at the front. That's quite behind. Oh, there you go. Right, so they're still at that entrance. They can't seem to make any headway. I'm trying to work out who's shooting them. It's over here. It's Isaac. Ooh, that's a really nice sniper's nest. This could be a very interesting fight. He's got a really nice corner from that position. You can even see into the teleporter room, which is really unsafe for the other team. Looks like he got taken out. That leaves these team basically free to go ahead, apart from all the mobs. And they've got some mobs ahead. Oh, and I've also just missed that West have got the yellow wall, which is a brilliant thing, because it means that they're actually in the running now. And hopefully this means that they can actually catch up. I mean, they've made more progress on another region at the start anyway than the other team. But I'm not sure how much they have anymore, because the other team is very much in the lead at the moment. And any second at this point counts. They're not too far from getting to the secret rooms and down the stairs. But on the West team, it looks like it's going to be a really hard battle to win. I feel so sorry for them. At the moment, they are all back at base camp, just getting all their items. They got 3 anvils. I mean, sure, it's one way to spend your time. It's not the best use of iron, I would have thought, but I mean, if that's what they want to go for, that's what they want to go for. Ooh, and it looks like at the front they are still having massive issues with piglins. And they also don't seem to be using their teleporter room. They seem to be running back every time. I'm not sure if this is a good strategy or not. It seems very slow. Also, what is this kind of parkour set? That's interesting. And it looks like Alec is back at the front, trying to buy a bit of time for his team and trying to just slow the other team down a couple of seconds. I'm hoping that would give him a bit of an advantage, but I don't see it helping in the short run at all. Yeah, there's another snipe off right here. Looks like Jasper's got Alec right in his sights. Yeah. Yeah, he had no chance there. He had no cover and he was surrounded by Blaze. That wasn't going to be a good time for him at all. They're really pushing on Jasper's side. Although it looks like we've actually got across the pit fire from the Blaze. That's going to make it a bit more interesting. It's a bit of a help for this team, who are very much... Not so much now, because at least they've got a wall, but they're still behind. Although the interesting thing is that these team is actually going over the nether area. They're actually going towards the volcano area at the end. And I'm not sure if that's actually a good play or not. They don't seem to be wanting to attack this area at all. And I reckon that the volcano area is probably going to be more difficult. So I think at this stage you can even say it's probably pretty equal. Something's definitely happened in the last few minutes that's changed this game. Oh, it looks like there's a bit of a fight with a Blaze up front. It looks like Alec is pushing it as always. He seems to be the only one in the West team that wants to go really far forward. He wants to just, even if he dies a few times, he wants to make progress. Whereas the others are trying to be a bit more defensive. Although they are making progress now, especially compared to the East team. It seems like... Ooh, that was a nice shot from Isaac. Right through the window. That was amazing. And right at the back, we've still got Deneth. I have a feeling he's trying to hold back the other team. But I don't see him getting many shots over this wall. I can see he's tried. But with this being a 2-block high wall, unless he's jumping, it doesn't... Unless a player's jumping, they're not going to be hit. And that would have to be an amazing shot for that to happen. Looks like we've got lots of arrows at the moment. It's a bad arrow to spectate. I mean, there's arrows flying both ways, absolutely dramatically. This is a real snipe off. Oh, it looks like Dennis just been hit by Jasper, but I don't see him. Oh, he's all right. He's got food. It looks like a pork. That's pretty good food. It's pretty useful. Team East is actually slowing down now. They can't seem to get out of their bunker. All of the fire from the other side is just holding them back. But they've got a really nice snipe hole right there. That's really gonna prove useful in the late game. And now as well, it's giving them so much more defense than the other side. Oh, it looks like we've just lost a player. Sam didn't want to play anymore. That was a bad jump. Oh, they're finally using the teleport room on the east side. That's a really good sign. They're really trying to play now. Isaac is coming back from the rear. I'm surprised they don't have a wall up on the west side like they do on the east side. That would prove quite useful to them. Although, obviously it depends on how much time they have. Look at how many arrows have missed this hole. This hole is really good for the east side. It's just so defensive while the rest of their team push forward. And they are pushing forward as well. They're getting, even though they're getting defeated by Blazers, they are very much trying to get that next wall. Team East have the yellow wall, which is, yep. And so does Team West, as we can see right here. No team has gotten to the orange or red wall yet. They're still quite a ways off. The orange wall is right at the end of this maze of parkour and mobs and horribleness right here. And to get there, they've got to go through all of this parkour. After dropping down this hole with like the vine, and then going through this lava-infested trap pit, which turns back into mobs. And there's a secret pathway up here. And that leads to their really powerful enchanting book. But it depends if they can actually get there in time. But yeah, it's going to be difficult for both teams to get too far down. Oh, it looks like one team's going for the final volcano section. That's a very interesting turn of events. This section is now open. Now both teams have a yellow wool. And it's going to be interesting to see if the West team goes to this section too. Because to me, at least, it looks like the hardest of all three sections. It's just filled with lava that you have to either drop a down, or even worse, you might have to build down, which would take masses of time. And the only benefit is that until you get to here, you don't really have any problems with PvP. Where in the other sections, it's horribly open. And it's very difficult to make progress without building walls. And obviously building walls take time. Time is something that I don't necessarily have. That's a clever plan. I mean, he's going to hit the lava. I see he's trying to sneak his way to the chest with a set of enchantments, which are probably moderate. They're not brilliant, but I've certainly seen worse. On the other team, they seem to be making progress ever so slowly, inch by inch. And at the moment, I don't know why they're not going forward. Because, oh, that's why. They're sniping back the other team. And the other team seems to have massive problems with Blazers. That does not look like fun at all. Blazers aren't fun at the best of times, although they're fighting the other side. These teams seem to have acquired an army that they're going to send off to war against the west side. Look at that fire. I feel like Alex got his work cut out. That is a lot of Blazers all shooting for him. And one more too, just to add to the mix. Oh, we've got arrows firing from a bit earlier on. We've got a Deneth with his arrows. He's got a nice shot there. If he can actually get an arrow in, he might actually be able to... Ooh, no. That's clever shielding. It's not very obvious. No, I do not envy this at all. That looks horrible. Team East has made Frightening Fortress. I don't know if that means that they made it into the lava zone or not. It doesn't look like it. I'm guessing that means that they're just somewhere in the middle over here. Team West is having a bit of a bad time at the moment. They're being pushed back quite far. It seems like they have a... Oh, we've got another sniper duel. They seem to be happening all over the map. Jasper's just holding the back against what seems to be Alec. Oh, not Alec. Yeah, not Alec. Right, and then if I just go through my commands, Alec is at the start. Deneth was in the shooting duel. Let's see East team. So this is the sniping spot that Jasper's made up for himself, and as you can see, that's really nice and covered. Although I don't see them still making that much progress. They're still going above. But I say that, it seems like they've got Sam right at the end of the corridor. He's only got to make another, what, 2 loops, and then he can actually get the wall. Although, at least he's only fighting a magma cube. Although he doesn't seem to have any weapons. He's using a glass block, which, by all accounts, isn't known to be the best medieval weapon in the world. Though it probably gives them a bit of a concussion if you hit them over the head hard enough. Oh, that was a lovely shot from Team East. That was amazing. Right through the gap. Threaded the needle. It looks like Team West has got a bit of a pig problem over here. I do not envy that team. They're still stuck at the start of the nether area. I don't see any team actually getting into the volcano area this round. It just seems too far off. Not unless they want to make a push for it right now. Which, to be fair, Jasper is a bit. Jasper seems to be going on the sniping offensive, which is not a word that I ever thought I would say. But that wall is a nice bit of architecture. I just hope he's got enough blocks to actually make it all the way, otherwise they're going to have massive troubles. Especially against these skeletons. Even though they set themselves on fire. Oh, it looks like Will is absolutely pinned down. That is a difficult angle to cover. Constant fire. And Jasper's got his iron as well. We can make a shot from 100 meters away. And right on the top, we've got Alec, and he is not having much fun with a blaze or with Old Survivor either, which is Archie. Seems like Archie's they're all going for the snipe. They're all trying to hold back the progress of the other team. I have a feeling this might go into overtime. Just a subtle feeling, because neither team is making that much progress towards either goal. Although saying that, it seems like Sam is trying his best to push down into this nether area. It's a very difficult drop that, full of lava and blazes, as you can see. I don't see him being able to do it by himself. Not with the armor and weaponry he's got. Looks like Alec is again making forward motion. Iron leggings make all the difference in a firefight. It seems to be a bit of a war of attrition at the moment. Both teams seem to be trying to just hold the other back. And the blazes aren't helping anyone. They've got a massive fort over here on Team West. It looks like you could hold that for anything. But I think the issue they're having is that most of Team East is higher up, so they can make that shot relatively easy with the drop off of the arrow. Although, to be fair, they're making absolute swaves into the nether region. They're not far off wanting to go down, although that's a lot of blazes, and probably too many for many people. It seems like Team East's push to go forward didn't actually count to anything. So I'm going to guess that the red wall is going to be a bit out of reach for now. At least Team West is focusing all of their might on the nether region. It looks like Will's made a runner for it, but he just got absolutely minced by all of those mobs. That is not a fun day. Just a reminder, both teams have one wall at the moment, which is, well, it's tight. That's about the only thing I can say. They're very much trying to push forward, but all of the mobs and all of the PvP is making it very difficult for them to move. It seems like, yeah, it seems like this is a bit of a stalemate at the moment. At least until someone actually gets down this pit and clears this area on either side, where it seems to be the east side seems a tiny bit better, but neither are what you would call a holiday. And the whole of west side is just shooting at east side. I'm not sure they're allowed to do that. We've got Isaac just in the corridor, just above. I wonder if he's going to take another drop down. I'm going to guess not. Not without his crew anyway. No, he didn't even make it. Oh, it looks like on this side they're actually trying their best to get further down. They've almost made a base on this top glowstone lamp. And they've knocked the lava up as well, which is going to make it a lot easier. And they're defending against the blazes in the only way possible. Green stained glass. This is why I wish I had a sponsor for green stained glass. They are just getting absolutely torched by those blazes. Until they can make a safe way down, I don't see them getting actually being able to move anywhere. And their whole team is stuck in this room. I don't even know where the west sides are. They seem to be fighting into the top of the nether side. Don't actually know what's up here. I'm gonna guess some cool materials and stuff like that. Team East is they're pushing down, but I think they might need a bit of a bigger push than that. Maybe some TNT wouldn't go amiss. That room is absolute hell. I mean, I'm not sure they're gonna have a fun time clearing that at all. And even past that, they're gonna have even more interesting bits. Because although this is a straight corridor, if the other team snipe into the lava, you're in trouble. And from what I've seen so far, there's been some really good snipes. I think both teams are finding this map really difficult. Maybe I should have chosen an easier map. Then it wouldn't be as fun, would it? Oh, we have another push from what looks to be Will. And yeah, it went nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. It's trying it. Both teams are trying their best to enter this room, but the progress just seems to be halted by all of those blazes. There's just so many of them. It's fair to say that they have a monopoly on these rooms. Oh, they got the spawner on this side. That's going to save them a lot of time. I'm going to guess they're going to go for this spawner next as well, considering they've got the small one. It looks like Team East is pulling into the lead again, because if they can get that third spawner taken out, then that would make this room a hell of a lot easier. Though it seems like blazes are spawning from higher up. I wonder if there's a spawner inside the glowstone. Yeah, there is. That's not going to be fun at all. But to be fair, they should be able to make a tunnel down to that, and Yeah, it looks like Archie's just done that. That means that the blazes they've got now are what they've got, which is only 100. Which, I mean, that's pretty good, right? Could be worse. That is a lot of fireballs. Just going left and right. Just everywhere. I can tell my internet's struggling as well, which is fun. Will is still pushing down. I'm not sure they know about the spawner in the glowstone lamp yet, because I'm pretty sure they could take it if they had a decent push. But on the other side, they're decimating the spawners. Only one left, and I think you could probably get that with 1 or 2 lives. And as long as they do get that, that room's clear, and they don't really have that many obstacles ahead. Not in the lava bit anyway. I mean, they've got a couple of skeletons, but it's nothing anywhere near as bad as it could be. And they've got a shortcut up ahead too, which would be a really useful way to take wool back. I don't actually know where the wool is here. Oh, it's over here. So that means that they must drop down at this point. Come here. So I wonder if the teams are going to get confused by that when they eventually get into these horrible blaze piglin spawners. I see I don't see them realizing that they can just go through there, or possibly go through the lava, and then they're instantly at the parkour bit at the bottom, and they can go straight for the wall. And just to tell everyone again, welcome back to Race to the Wall. And both teams have only got 1 wall so far, 1 yellow wall, and they're both fighting to get into the orange wall zone, but they can't seem to be able to get through these horrible blaze spawning rooms, just full of absolute torturous hell. I think that's the only way to describe it. It's fair to say that oh, they've got on the spawner. That's a really good play. And they've almost made a base. Ah, Jasper didn't make it. And on the west team, that's very close. This is about as close as it's been all game. It feels like after the Mesa, this zone is just taking the toll on the teams. It seems so much harder than the first zone. I wonder if both teams are actually going to get the red or not. Or the orange even. That is a very, very, very busy room. Although they're mostly shooting the other side. It's almost fair that the team that's losing is getting all the fireballs. It almost reminds me of like naval combat. We've got like 1 ship on one side, 1 ship on the other, and they're just going at each other with flames and fire and cannonballs and everything. Oh, that's a clever play. Walking down the wall. I'm not sure he's going to be able to survive though. Yep. Turns out fire isn't good for the soul. I think both teams could actually get that orange wall. I don't have it out the cards yet, but if it does go to a tiebreak, the red wall is going to be even more difficult. Could be here all night. Because the red wall is after all of this lava zone, and as you can see, it's just horrible. There's spawners everywhere, there's lava everywhere. It's mostly open, and it's not even very kind of... There's not many places you can go. You have to build your own road. And getting out of there is probably going to be so much longer too. Especially considering that it's just so tall. You have to go down so many floors just to get to the bottom. I don't even know where the war room is. Probably hidden somewhere. Oh yeah, it's up here. To be fair, that's horrendously difficult. Because they've got to kind of loop back on themselves. I don't see that being easy at all. I hope the teams are ready for that. Oh, it looks like the East team has finally got a foothold on this lower area. Whereas the West team is absolutely covered in all of the fun that Blazers come with. Look at that. Absolute bombardment. Absolute bombardment of fire. Oh, I just noticed it looks like Alec has actually gotten decently far. Although I wonder if he's going to work out that the wall isn't actually at the end of the corridor. That looks like a big time waste for the teams. Obviously it gets to the way back, but unless they get the wall, it's not that useful. We have Tyler back here. I think he's just respawned, but I'm surprised he hasn't been sniped off yet. Maybe both teams are running out of arrows. That wouldn't surprise me. It looks like Archie is making his way forward through the lava wall. I don't know where he can cross actually, because as you can tell, that is he can cross right there. He just needs to be one block forward, and he can actually get through. Then once he's through, he's only got a short distance to go before he actually gets to the wall. Because even though this is decent parkour, it can easily be cheated just by putting blocks down. Oh, it looks like the West team, but they've just not bothered cleaning that zone. They're just going forward. They're just hoping that it all works together. The only problem is that they haven't realised that this is a false way to go. That's going to really cost them in time, and we've only got 9 minutes 20 left, so yeah, I hope they realise that they can just go through this wall. It's directly in front of them. But no, the Blazers are blazing. On this side, they're mostly under control. Since they took out the spawner, it's made everything easier. There's still a couple underground, but it's nothing that they can't handle. Their bigger problem is actually from the other side Blazers, which is it's oddly poetic that the team in the lead is being chased so much by the other side. Yeah, they've again missed the hole. It seems like both teams are going to make a similar mistake. Blue is trying to cover a tunnel all the way down though. I mean, up here there is a secret exit, but it doesn't get them to the wall. It won't help them win. I don't see, you've also got what looks like Deneth down here just trying to make his way down, but then realizing that, oh no, there's bedrock all the way through. You can't really dig your way down like that. It's yeah. And we've got the blaze just above the green. I wonder if Tyler's actually noticing that he's got blazes behind him. Actually, to be fair, it's quite a capsulated fortress that they've got there almost. They both blocked off this left side. I wonder when they'll realise that that's not actually how they get to the... I mean, no, they can't get to that place there at all by there. Oh yeah, they can. They can go up the stairs and they can go through. Didn't realise that. So yeah, both teams can still get forward to the end of this orange wall and finally collect it. Blues seem to be very scattered, but they've got someone downstairs at least. It looks like Alec is definitely trying to just make any progress possible. Any block he can make, he will. Well, until he gets slain. On the other team, they're just cycling round the start again. They can't really make it back. And there's just so many blazes. Absolutely so many. Just continuous fire. Just continuous fire. Amazed the server's still coping, to be fair. It looks like Team West is still right at the top. They can't get back to where they were. Although Team East is not having fun with all those blazers. Look at that. It's like a watcher. Just continuous fire. They're just running for the end of the corridor. The only place which is safe from those blazers. I don't think they've realised that the way they need to go is down here. They're just going over it, just not noticing. I'm wondering if I should give them a hint. Because both teams seem to be missing the direction to actually get to the wall. This team just can't seem to get back. Oh, this team is actually not that far away. If they can just get through this wall and just work out that they have to mine it, Isaac might be able to get the wall. I'm going to give him a hint to both teams. Because they've only got 5 minutes left until they go into overtime. Although, to be fair, it looks like they can get round this way. And at the bottom, it should be a roughly straight throw. Oh, they've made it on the other side. The other side have made it. They're not too far away from getting that wall. We might have a winner here if they can get it back in time. This is going to be very interesting. They are just a few steps away from that wall. That's exactly the same on the other team as well. We have a real race now. We might even go to doubles on double walls. Because at the moment, both teams have only got the first yellow wool. And that's not really a way to win. Because they need at least 2, otherwise they won't be ahead. But obviously, if a team gets 3, which I don't see happening. Seems like there's a trap there. I'm going to guess that both teams avoid it though, considering that both teams saw someone go through it. They should get that wall back, because I think they can make that walk in 3 minutes. But if one team just blocks the other team, then I'm pretty sure that they will win. So I have a feeling that it might be on snipers at this point, because both teams have really good snipers, but I've only got 3 minutes until it's overtime. And I think they can get it back in that time, but they're going to have to absolutely dash. If they don't, then we go into overtime, and it's going to be a very quick overtime. Because it's not that difficult for them to get that far back. I mean, Gibbet is already past most of the baddies on the east side. As long as he can make it over this ridge, he should be fine. He's making a run for it, yeah. He's making a run for it. He's not that far away. He's definitely going to get that wall back in the time. He is ahead of the other team by far. I would have never predicted that the West team would have been in front of the East team. Not by the start that they both had. But that Nether region was the ultimate balancing act. And even though the West team didn't even get rid of the Blazers, they still managed to get that wall before. So, yeah, it looks like the West team have got the orange wall. That means that the only thing they have to do is wait it out. If they can wait 1 minute 20 seconds, then they will win this game. But it all depends. All of the green team have got one. They've just got to get from there to there. I don't see Will being able to stop all of them. But they do only have 1 minute to do it. They've got to make a run for it and just jump it on. Come on, green team, you can do it. Let's get it to overtime. Let's get it to overtime. No! 40 seconds, come on. Get it on. Get that wool on that podium. 30 seconds. And they got it on. They got it on. Both teams have got both balls. It looks like we're going into a real overtime. Oh, wow. That was tight. Looks like we're going into overtime. They've both got to make a rush for that last wall. They have no choice. They have to make a rush for that volcano. The green team have already got to another area. The West team have still not gone out spawn. Although saying that, it looks like Isaac is trying to make a bit of headway at the top. But they've got a bit of a disadvantage because the East team have already made this wall. And if they can get somewhere there to snipe, then I can see them just giving themselves a bit more time. Because if the West team cannot get over that gap, they can't win. And that gap, it's quite a big gap. Especially with the Blaze in the way. It's been a really close game so far. I'm amazed at how it's gone to and fro, and each team seems to be very much trying their best to just make it a really close game and just do the best they can. Looks like Tyler is just going for those for that Blaze. Just going to do some tidy up over here. Make the lag a bit less. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Shouldn't do, I should just be able to knock them off. As you can see, Team East has just made the Area 3 porter. Oh, I might have forgotten. Oh no, they took that one. I'm just trying to limit the amount of people here. There you go, that's better. Right, back to spectators mode then. Right, let's get back to the volcano zone. Because it looks like both teams are making headway. Although, where's the West team? The West team just disappeared. They might be back at spawn, you know. They are. They probably run out of materials. Oh no, they've run out of food. That's really not the best thing for them to do at this point. I'm guessing that East team is probably low on supplies too then, because the wall which they just had would diminish anyone's supplies. This has been a very close game so far. It looks like I actually gave this team a bit of help too. Yeah, I didn't realise I'd be back. Not that it helped them at all. Surprised they haven't gone for the spawner. But to be fair, they're probably not causing them too much trouble, because the lava is just debilitating these skeletons. Wood is an interesting choice for stairs. It looks like they're going to continue with it as well. Ooh, they've already made progress into like the second section. To be fair, in this section there's no mobs, so if they can get through this quickly, then that will put them very much in the lead. Because the other side hasn't even attempted to get back here. They made a bridge, but even then it's a flimsy one, and I can see the other team very easily knocking them off. And at this stage, when they are frankly behind again, they need to get there as quickly as possible. Looks like the green team isn't wanting to make any progress down, at least not past the first set. Although to be fair, they might be. Oh, it looks like they've got slow pull boot. That is a nice choice. They're gonna do it dropper style, which obviously will save them a lot of time, masses of time. And if they can get to that clean lava vent button, they'll be just in it. There'll be no way that the other team can get to them. Because they're still at the base of the volcano. And knowing what the other team had to go through, there's still lots for them to go. There's lots of spawners of skeletons and all of that. It's going to be a very interesting end to the match, because both teams have been so far really quite skillful, and I reckon that that this could go down to the wire. We could be looking at kind of things that happen that just make seconds turn into the biggest things in the world. I'm just going to turn down my bitrate on the stream. It seems to be struggling. Right, and we should be back. Ish. Yep, we should now be back. I've just decreased my bitrate. I have to try and hopefully make sure that you drop less frames. And in the time that I was gone, it seems like Blue have actually gotten to the bottom. We've got another race again. Oh no, we don't. Ah, that was so close. I wonder what Blue's plan was there, because as you can tell, unless they've got like what is it, Depth Strider, they've got no chance of getting anywhere past that last drop. The green team is struggling with that drop as well as the blue team. They're both exactly at the same position. You cannot say this hasn't been a close match. I'm gonna run out of fireworks. Ooh, that was a bad drop. Looks like Sam just took out a very heavy pull. It looks like they've all got slow pull boots. Although those might not be, because that seems to be a very quick drop. They're taking a bit slower now, which is probably a good idea. And it seems like on the west side, they're having more of a team meeting. They're probably absolutely running out of materials. Or not. Might not be running out of materials. They might be alright. They're probably looking at them though, thinking, what are we going to use them for? Because at least with the lava drop, there's no mobs. And it's not until you get just after the lava drop, right here, where you start having more mobs again. And it looks like it's going to be farmers, which I'm going to guess that's not what the spawner spawns, because that would be a very interesting match. a sword is probably better than a pitchfork, or is it? I mean, I could always get a tractor out, but I mean... Yeah, it looks like the East team is getting so close to getting down that hole. They're about halfway down. There's a blue team that they're still staying at the top. I don't know how they do it though. The blue team always seem to be behind and then they just jump ahead. It's gonna be an interesting few minutes. The green team are having a bit of fun with all the lava. They seem to have blocked off one of the pipes. Oh no, they haven't. It's the same on both sides. But yeah, that doesn't seem like a fun it's a fun round for Tyler there. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a barbecue. It doesn't sound like a fun idea. I mean, I might want to go to a barbecue, especially during COVID. But I mean, can't do that yet. Not soon. Not till soon anyway. Looks like the blue team are finally making some droves, but they're still about one room behind the green team. But at least I can get them both in camera now. And it seems like someone on the green team is staying at the top. I wonder why they're doing that. Are they trying to parkour down, or... That's interesting. That's very interesting. I think they're a bit scared of the lava, even though on the green side at least they've got lots of infrastructure down there. And they're now both on the same... This is going to be very, very close. They're both on the same level. I reckon the person who posts the better sniper at the end is probably going to win this. And I'm excited to see what this is going to turn into, because it's just been nail and thumb all the way through. Both teams have played an excellent game, and blue team's got a clever idea of building a stairway up, which with them not knowing that at the end of this there is an exit back to the top. That is a clever idea, because it means that well, they can get the wall back quicker, and by getting the wall back quicker it means that they're less likely to be shot at by the other team, which is always a bonus. So yeah, I like that idea. They're doing the same thing in the green team as well, making it nice and safe for everyone. I guess they're also thinking that they're probably going to have to respawn a lot of times before they get to the wall. And by having a nice staircase down, it makes everything much nicer and quicker. The blue team is again ahead. This is such a close match. I mean, if you told me at the start that it would be so pretty much even throughout, you'd have one team making progress and then the other team stalling, and then they'll both bring wall right until the overtime at the start, it would never have happened. It would never have crossed my mind. And yeah, it looks like the blue team is so close to getting that wall. Although they better watch out for that green team, because they're even getting sniped now. Oh, and they're getting sniped by Blaze. The return of the Blaze. It seems like the Blazers are running this game at the moment. I mean, this is the first time I've run a race for the wall, and the MVP seems to be the Blaze. So, both lava vents are now clear now, which should make everything quicker. Well, at least it depends if the teams can capitalize on it, because they're both very much at the same point at this point. That's a clever wall being built by Tyler there, but I'm not sure he's going to notice the wither skeleton behind him, and yeah, that's him gone. Blazes are going to be a bit of an issue, as they were earlier in the game, because obviously on this bit where he's so close to the edge and there's no cover, they can just push him straight off. And the other team haven't got there yet, because they all had a death wave basically, but Blazes are difficult to deal with. I'm surprised though they haven't been using arrows against them, because I would have thought that was a really good tactic. And also shields have not been seen at all, and we're running 1.16.5, so shields are a thing. And I'm surprised that neither team has had them, because it would make all of these adventures so much quicker. And it's so close to actually having like because it's so close, every advantage that they could get would change the game. It would just make it even more sublime. I mean, their strategies have both been really good so far anyway. So I'm just surprised that they haven't had a shield. Although to be fair, there might not have been any iron on the map. That's probably something I should have checked. There is quartz, but obviously quartz isn't that useful. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any iron on the map. So to be fair, they probably couldn't make any shields, which means that the combat that they're doing is just their pure skill. They don't have any backup armor or anything that could give them an advantage. I wonder if either team is using that diamond sword. Yes, it looks like Will has got the diamond sword, and he's going straight up against the blazes, which are right in the center of the playfield at the moment, just pestering both sides. The blazers couldn't care less which side that they spawn on. Every side is just it's just a playground for them. They just want to see everyone burnt to crisps, just like a sausage on a fire, just absolutely charcoaled. And it looks like the East team is having massive fire problems. They've got so many blazers on that one block, whereas the West team is it's a bit safer. It seems like they've gotten rid of their spawner, so they've probably got a couple of minutes on the East team, even though they've still got to get past these teams' blaze spectacular. There are so many blazes there that I think it could burn up my PC. Maybe it already is. It seems like the East team have lost their momentum a bit, whereas the West team are decently close to getting to the red wall. They're probably about a third of the way there, which cannot be said for the green team at this moment, because they're only just getting to the blazes, and they can't seem to get past them. And I'm not sure this wall is going to help them at all, because obviously they want to make any movement, they've got to actually take it down. And by taking it down, that just opens them up to fire from the other side. And they've got like pretty much a house at this point on this side, although they're still being sniped by someone from over here. So it might be prudent for them to fill these holes. But yeah, it seems like the West team is having a bit of a better time than the East team at the moment. Which, considering they were much slower in the Mesa area, it seems like they've kind of got into their stride now, and they're doing their best to make sure that they are the winners and that West is best. But we all know that East would actually say West is a mess. And we're about to see if they can actually make it through this, frankly, hellhole of spawners. They haven't even gone for the spawner, they've just left it there. I'm going to have to bring that up on them, because, I mean, I would have thought that spawner would have just been messing with them absolutely. It's just directly ahead of their play space, and you cannot survive against that many blazes. It's just impossible. And back on the other side, it seems like the blazers from that side are taking their toll. Although they've definitely made a lot more progress now. They're not massively far from getting to the red wall, but they've still got 2 chambers left, and after that they've even got to come back in themselves, and there's smoke up here, which is obviously something that is gonna be a problem, because you can see enchanted stuff, enchanted bow. I can see that causing both teams to slow down a lot, and they're not even there yet. Let's go back to the East team, and yeah, they're just, I think they might be actually actively trying to go for the spawner now. They seem to be moving one block at a time, but with their wall. But I'm surprised they didn't try to go for it earlier. They seem to just be being absolutely wasted by blazes. Although even then, they're still going for the other side. They're just trying to pass them by. I wonder if they're trying to use them against the enemy as kind of like their own personal attack squad. But I don't see that being the safest, best play for them. I mean, if they can get upstairs, they're probably not alright, because the blazers can fly. The other side is doing really well now. They've still got a few tunnels to go, but in terms of how far they've gone, in such a short amount of time, they've moved miles, and it's gonna be really prudent in this very much end game now. I think the best thing for the team needs to do is take out that spawner as it looks like Archie's just done, and also hope that all those blazes fall off, because they're in such an awkward angle that they could just ruin their game. Because unless they can get up here and make this safe, I don't see them even competing with Team West. Especially considering the West team has got so far forward, and they're really close to these set of ladders. And once there's these set of ladders, you're in the end game, because you've only got to get past smoke and this room, and then you've got the wall. Well, and up these, but I don't think these are. Oh, they are spawned. Oh, they're gonna have more fun yet. We're gonna be here for another hour. And then you've got the wall right at the end. But yeah, it's not gonna be fun for any of them at all. Let's go back to the East team now, because they seem to just be stalling, and I want to see if they made any progress. They're definitely going behind the Blazers now, which might be a play, but I don't see them being able to easily get up. Not without the spawners really making it difficult for them anyway, because they got to get up this vine here, and that would take them to another set of spawners, which would just make it even worse. Whereas Team Blue is actually in a good position now. They've got a bit of a fortress, and they're very much pushing forward. There's a bit of lava in the way, but at the moment they should be fine. The biggest problem doesn't seem to be the other team. It seems to be that it seems to be that they've got a massive problem with like having the blazes from this side. I'm amazed that there's still so many blazes this side. I mean, both lanes have their own entity cap. I'm going to see if I can reduce the lag for them. I'll just reduce the stream output again. Right, I'll be back in the game in a second. Right, so I'm just gonna make sure that the server's actually not horrible. If I can, of course. Tick rates from the server seem fine, so I'm gonna guess it's my internet, which is absolutely being killed by everything that I'm doing. It seems like pings are decently. I mean, Sam's ping is bad, but it seems like the rest are right. I might just get rid of a few mobs for them. It looks like Archie's just gone. And yeah, it looks like this team is really struggling now. So many mobs here. Just an infinite amount. It seems like the Blazers have really gone to the East team and just said, no, I don't like you. Is it like a spawner here or something? There seems to be so many mobs. So many of them, they just seem to be constant. Right, I'm going to go back into spectator mode then. Right, let's have a look at the other side. The other side are making masses of progress, but there's obviously a Guardian in here that's not having fun at all. I'll try my best to reduce the mobs. It seems like they're not wanting to go though. See if I can reduce the lag for them and make it a bit easier for them to play. It turns out having too many mobs isn't fun. I mean, on the West team, they've got much lower pings than the East team. That seems really strange. It's funny, I've got something like secretly uploading in the background. The blue team, oh, they're all back at the top again. The blue team have lost it. The green team might actually have a shot, although they're back at the top too. And I'm guessing that the blue team are running out of resources because they're back at their chest full of enchanting books and their anvil. And I'm guessing that they were just trying to re-gear up and get ready for their next attack. On the east side, they still have the chest, and they still have enchanting and Frostwalker, and they've got a bunch of really good stuff here, but they're not wanting to use it. I wonder if they have low amounts of XP. That wouldn't be surprising. All of the blazes are dealt with now, though. Well, until the next batch. I might have to get myself a more powerful sword. Let me go back to one of the earlier anvils. I'll put one on top of here. Right, so should probably get some more lapis than that. Let's get some books as well. And just put them around. It's pathetic. Looks like I'm gonna have to go again. Why would I want a looting sword? Not in this game anyway. Better. Right, I'll go back to spectator mode then. And let's go to the blue team. So it looks like they've made lots of progress. They are getting towards the last zone. I don't even know where that guardian's hitting them from. The green team, the east team, they are getting further than they were, but they've still got to go through this underground bit. They're still a ways behind. It sounds like the lead that they had before has just been lost. Possibly due to server issues, so I do feel sorry for them. Hope everything is alright for them now. Turns out having 9 megabits per second internet isn't great for having a server and a streamer at the same time. Who knew? There seems to be a guardian somewhere. Is it through this wall? Ah yeah, it's just on this like as like a turret on like this. What's in the secret bunker? Oh, they get the volcano trident. That sounds like fun. That sounds like something that would really affect the other team. Although they seem to already have... Oh, it's a shovel, not a trident. be fair, the East team is making headway now. They are not massively far away from the West team, about 2 rooms behind, which isn't horrible, but it could be better. The tick times on the server seem perfectly good. In fact, too good. Oh, there's even a secret hidden chest here with nothing in it. On either team. The East team is coming back round again for what seems to be another challenge. I'm not sure how far they're going to get though. Not with how far the East team has already got. The East team's just got to make it up past these spawners. Looks like they're going to have a bit of fun with those weather skeletons though. Wither skeletons. Says that I can't speak at like 9 PM. They've not got that much further to go, but with smoke, that would be quite far, but it looks like the green team are quite far behind. East seems to have had a massive problem. Why on earth are there polar bears up here? Isn't this meant to be a volcano zone? I mean, and there's polar bears? Ooh. Oh, they seem to be building up somewhere. Where are they going? I think they're trying to go for the shortcut, or they're trying to be safe. But they've still got to get through smoke yet, and his Wither Skeleton army. I don't see East team coming back very quickly though, because at the moment they're still at the bottom, and unless they can get through that really quickly, they're probably lost, unfortunately. And as it stands, both teams have 2 walls, so Team West has even made it to the wall room. They just have to get through and get it back. And to be fair, if the green team can hold them back long enough, they could have a chance, but I don't see them realistically being able to hold them that long. Not when the West team have enough blocks to cover themselves like that. But obviously, you could go the other route and have them run out of wool in the chests, and then the East team would win by proxy, but I do not see that having any chance of happening. I mean, the green team's going to put a fight to it. They're not going to stop fighting, not until the end. But it almost might be worth them Zerg rushing at this point. Just having someone just going straight for the wall, and then everyone else just holding back and just covering people. Because at the moment, the West team just has the wool. They're not that far away. They're just in the nether zone. That's only the second zone left. They've just got to get back, and as long as they don't get killed by a piglin or something stupid, I don't see anything stopping them. I mean, they could get shot off here, but there's no East team anywhere near. It looks like Alec has got just a straight route back. If I was Team East, I would be throwing myself off and spawning right at the start again, but I don't seem to be wanting to do it. Oh, they are! Jasper's back. Looks like Jasper's the last stand against everything. But he's gone through the portal. Why has he gone through the portal? That doesn't sound like a good plan. Not at all. And it looks like the West win. And that is game. And now I can say that was an amazing game, and I'm starting to lose my voice. And we're now going to have a couple of interviews with the teams in the chat channel. Just be a second. Right, so we're just waiting to see if anyone will join the chat team. And that was a really close match. And as you can tell, the absolute MVP in terms of hitting people with arrows was Jasper. But I mean, anything could have happened.
Oh,
That was amazing.
bloody hell.
That was incredible. It was really close all the way through.
Oh, we were so close as well. That was close. I didn't realize it was the wool room was that close.
I know.
Yeah.
It was
Wow.
right there.
I thought we'd come in with the first wall. I'm going to be honest. I
thought, yeah. Me and
our team were having like really good communication. They're talking non-stop, and then by the end of the game, I was literally going, "Hello."
Yeah.
And nobody was saying anything. So as soon as that communication went, the other team took, because we had the early leads.
yeah.
Second, our communication went.
I must say, immediately at the start, I was like, East is going to win this. They just got La Mesa instantly. And then you just lost it.
The problem is, I think it's because we
just went dead silent out of nowhere.
It was a rough one.
really, I think we got too focused on literally almost like kind of like a Soviet like strategy, like just like throw a bunch of bodies out there
Yeah.
and see what happens. Like, we just kept,
I was
like,
just fucking conscript
it was
rushing the
like-
entire thing all the time.
yeah.
Like, you could look at my death like 55 or something like that.
Press tab to seal the death.
Deaths on there.
I must say, I was absolutely screaming when you were just at the end of the monument, and you both had 2 walls, and it was like 30 seconds left. And I was just
Yeah,
like,
that was nutty.
what was gonna happen? I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
I struggled to kind of pick.
I literally tabbed out because I thought my Discord was broken from how. I'm not exaggerating.
Do you know what? I've never felt more disappointment in myself when I died with that 15 wool. Jesus,
I still got the wall.
Might I say something though, Jasper? You got 38 kills.
I
Yeah,
got
that's
30.
nothing to sniff at.
Damn.
You were
Wait,
such a
no,
good
no, no.
sniper.
Wait, no, but most importantly, how many did Isaac get? Because like me and Isaac were like back and forth throughout that.
Isaac got 25, and I remember there was one point where you were like between the Mesa and the Nether, and you would just both hold up, and you were just making the most amazing shots at each other.
Oh, good. They
I just
never took the gold armor.
took all my time and just sniping the other team.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna. I spent an ungodly amount of concentration and time trying to get you, Isaac. I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, you never took the gold armor?
No, I
Damn.
noticed.
Yeah, you took that first pot shot on me. I was like, I'm not letting. It's not after that parkour in the intro.
I think
I'm not gonna-
one of the most amazing shots was just in the lava zone, and you managed to make a shot through a 1 block wide wall. I was just like, how did you do that?
Well, it's a little trade secret called luck.
And might I say something else as well? Both of the teams are highly matched. You're both amazing.
That was
I mean,
fantastic.
Yeah, that was
I'd say
brilliant.
like the 0 kills, like maybe what was it, like 61 deaths was me just conscript rushing, so I didn't really contribute much to the kill count.
I mean, to be fair, there's
didn't
other
matter,
counts, but
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I was just full on just like Soviet mindset, as someone said.
That was
Yeah.
And
that
also,
was lush.
might I just highlight something else as well? What about the Blazers? I mean,
Oh my
I love the
god.
different way we approached the nether area, the giant room with all the spawners. We had such different approaches to it.
yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I mean, the weirdest thing is that even after that, you had different approaches. So for like that first Blaze area, Team West just went straight through. They just went, there's blazes there, we're not going to bother. And then Team East took every blaze down and every spawner. And then right at the end, in the lava section, it was the exact opposite. I was screaming at Team East for so long because you weren't going for the spawner. You just been covered in blazes and spawner was right there.
I think the difference was as well. I think for that first room as well, we definitely had more equipment. I mean, we blew up those spawners with TNT, which helped so much because it meant we could stay away from their kind of blast zone. We could keep ourselves safe. Of course, with that second part, I noticed anyway, I was like very much low on resources.
Yeah, I think
There was TNT. No, there was no.
No, we blew yours up. We hit your target. It sent a TNT minecart, then it detonated you one of your loot chests.
To be fair, that was
Oh
right at the
yeah,
start,
no, we did do that. Yeah,
That was right at the
that
start.
was right at the start.
Yeah.
Forgotten about that.
But yeah, like at that second part, I just felt like we were just so underprepared. We didn't have enough resources whatsoever.
Yeah, because I got really tilted in the blaze room as well, and I was just like, I was completely down on resources.
We
I
spent
must-
quite a bit of time grinding for resources for a while.
Yeah, I must say that there was a
Especially for
point at,
food.
there was a
Yeah.
point at the end where I was just like, they've got no resources. Then I went to the west side and I opened your chest and you had a diamond sword in there with like all the enchants.
Oh, guys,
God.
we were so close to getting the quartz bunker. Someone had mined one of the blocks, but not the other block.
No way.
So I found the chest at the beginning saying the hidden thing was behind a purple terracotta block. I was looking for about like 5-10 minutes for this purple block, and I'm colorblind.
Yeah,
Never
that doesn't
found the
help.
block. Even looking now in creative, I can't see a purple block.
So another thing as well is you know like the straight lava wall in the nether area.
Yeah.
On,
Yeah.
Like, the outside. If you were within the first like 3 blocks of that, you could just go straight through to the end.
No, what? No way.
Wait, what? How do you mean?
Chest here with golden
I'll see if I
apple.
can show it on stream, but
Guys,
basically,
you missed a chest with 4 golden apples, 2 sharpness up, and
I can't see
another
it, but-
sharpness 2 block. It was literally just
I imagine, like, looking back, there's a lot we missed.
It's literally
Even,
just
like, in
in the
this kind of
stream.
small linear thing.
There's loads of stuff, isn't there?
but
Yeah.
if I just go to,
Oh,
go to the
wow.
other side of it, you'll see that it just goes straight through,
Huh.
Oh.
just straight
Oh,
through
well,
to the like,
damn.
line.
Well, the more you know for next time.
Well, it won't be this map next time, but yeah. That
Yeah.
was
God, it won't,
incredible, by the way. Hats
That
off
was
to
really-
everyone
Holy
there.
shit.
That was incredible.
So what are the stats like?
So you'll have a stat book. I don't have it because I'm a spectator. But
Ah,
I
stat
do,
book.
I do have it. Oh, I do have it. Nice.
It's a bit
Oh, cool. So I've got. Oh wait, what?
Oh, it's kind of a bit.
It doesn't work.
It's a bit.
Oh, yeah, mine is
it's a bit unformatty.
There's
Cough.
text times cheated, bold, true, color, dark,
Yeah.
blue.
That's my favourite bit of the game.
So
Oh, nice.
mine actually does
Completely
work, and the dings you can obviously see on the scoreboard. In terms of times shot by enemy players, Team West was again a bit more than Team East. PvP kills was exactly the same, 13 each,
Oh.
Oh, sweet.
where Jasper got 11 of them.
Oh my god.
Wow.
In terms of mob kills, West had 184, where East had 83.
God damn.
And then even better is there's 2 teammate kills, and guess who they were from? Jasper.
Oh, sorry. I just when I see the red mist, I just can't stop shooting.
And then PvP deaths, there were 8 to West and 10 to East.
Mm.
And then walls denied was nothing. You never killed anyone with a wall. No one did.
Huh.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
And
think other things must have got him.
And then here comes a really interesting one. Team West had 86 deaths in total. Team East had 173.
Yeah, I was yeah. Zerg rushing was not the strat here, I'm gonna be honest.
Deneth only actually died 10 times.
Phew.
Yeah.
Oh damn, good
I
job.
no idea what I was doing, so I was hiding half the time.
It was a decent strat, but like I didn't know how the teleport things worked until like halfway through the game. And then I was asking my team how are they getting over there so quickly, and I was just getting no responses until like halfway through the game. So when I was like, guys, how are you I'm literally taking like 5 minutes just to get back to where we are, and they're like,
Yeah,
oh, there's a
respawn grade
teleport.
was not in our favour.
No.
And I was like, oh.
And then also Jasper lost 15 walls and Isaac lost 4.
Oh.
Yeah.
Accuracy is apparently 289% for Team West and 143 for Team East.
Wait,
Which I've
what?
got no idea what that means.
That's what?
Is that
missed so
is
many
that
shots.
shots fired to shots
Actually, to
landed?
be fair, I've just worked it out. Apparently 1000% is perfect accuracy because that's how it works, of course.
Okay.
Obviously,
Right.
goes without saying.
And then average lifetime on Team West was only 5 minutes. On Team East, it was 2.
It's mostly my fault, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
In
believe
terms
that.
of spawners, Team West got 61. Team East got 52.
You got more
52, that's a
spawn.
lot, isn't it?
In
God
terms
damn, I thought it was methodical.
in terms of cheats, Team West got 4 and Team East got 3.
Ah.
Ah.
Hmm.
Oh,
Phew.
I just think we
To be fair, when I cheated, I didn't intend to cheat. It just went, oh, you cheated. I was like, okay.
Honestly, cheating's the fastest way to kill yourself.
Well,
Because it just instantly kills you if you hop outside.
to be fair, I believe the edges counted as cheating, even though I wouldn't call that cheating.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
But yeah, well done
Oh,
everyone.
God.
That was an
That was-
amazing game.
Fantastic. I mean, I'd love to do
Okay.
that again at some point.
Yeah, sure. I
Yeah,
even
I'll be
lost my
up for that.
voice at the end.
I'm looking
I
forward to
need
seeing
go
the stream as
watch
well.
back and hear
Got one
that
more
commentary.
week now until
My
Ubisoft.
commentary is horrible to start with. It only gets good to about the volcano area. So,
You're being modest, Dan.
I'm not.
Actually, at the very least, I really appreciate you putting it on. It's,
Yeah, this has been
It'd be
fantastic.
fun, but oh my god, am I knackered?
Yeah. I have a lot of adrenaline going through me right now. That was
Yeah.
insane.
Throughout the entire game, I was complaining about the fact there were no shields, and I just looked at the quartz bunker and it says the only shield. I'm really annoyed.
Oh no.
Yeah, that quartz bunker, like, because we got the book really early on, and we were like, oh yeah, it'll be really easy to find. There were just loads of small patches of quartz orders, like, nah.
Yeah, there was so much quartz. It was so hard to find.
I must say, quartz is it's strange that there wasn't like any iron. I
Yeah,
was just looking
yeah.
through the map and I was just like, why aren't they using shields? Oh,
Like, I think my team might remember one of the first things I said at the start of the game.
We need a
Was
shield.
the first iron you find, we're making shields.
Yeah, and then it was none of it.
We never
Room.
found any iron for the whole game.
I mean, I've got a few maps spare, so I might see if I can
I-
accidentally put mine in the next one.
Oh, that would be
Yeah.
fantastic if we did this again as well to do that.
Even if
And
they just have
also,
the
I've got
phone,
another couple of things in the thought process as well. But
Nice.
Oh, fantastic.
Can you bridge across to the other side?
No.
Is that an option?
no,
You'll-
Ah,
the
okay.
game would insta kill you.
on this one it's got cheat protection, but on a normal one it still wouldn't be allowed, just due to rules. If that makes sense.
Okay.
And also the amount of time that everyone was on fire.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That was the worst. That was so bad. I
I
hate
think half
that.
my deaths were due to burning, just burning to death.
God. Overall, though, I'd
Oh,
say
and-
that was a fantastic game.
And that
That
trend
was
is really
brilliant,
cool, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I didn't even get a chance to use it properly. It was in the final room that we discovered, and then we got
Yeah.
the wall pretty much
Oh,
straight
no.
after.
Mm.
Oh, was that lightning one?
Yeah,
Oh, so cool.
allow.
Oh, next time, bring it over to the next game. Actually, don't do that because
I mean,
Be a bit
I
OP off the start.
would say I'd check up the teams, but you were both so evenly matched.
do you know what I was about to say? I think it would be good if we ever did this again to have the same teams.
Yeah.
Because then imagine
Yeah.
how competitive, like how much more competitive it can be now that we all have
Yeah.
worked together.
See if the beast from the east can take him down.
Oh yeah, I want a rematch as well. I want a rematch.
I'll have to sort something out then. Thank you so much for joining me.
Fantastic.
Oh,
Thanks
thanks
for
for
Yeah,
organising.
thank you very much.
Thank you for organising.
Absolutely.
And well done to the Wests.
Yeah, good job,
Yeah,
guys.
yeah, no, it's fair play.
Best
Well done.
is best. It's in the name.
Until next time.
And I think it's time
Aye.
that I say on stream, adios.